How's she going today, guys? Something's missing. We had a big pile of cow manure on this little knoll right here. Another one over there. And now I got a phone call. I'll bring you back in a minute. Alrighty, guys. So, obviously, what I was trying to say earlier was, I was gonna say with the manure the way it's pushed up, like some of the piles are hauled out. In the big windbreak corral, we've got one long pile. It's not real high, real tall, but it's long. There's probably 10 to 15 loads in that one pile that's still there. But the weatherman is now calling for quite a bit of rain. Like, we could see friggin' upwards of 2 inches or more starting as early as tomorrow morning on into Sunday night over the next 24 to 48 hours. So I figured I better get Corral 2 pushed up and cleaned out. And we were about to start doing that when the phone rang. That's when I was talking to you guys there. Well, in your case, just a couple seconds ago. And now, we're in the Dodge. And we got the big old blue trailer hooked up, stock trailer. We're heading north. Got a phone call from the son-in-law. He found his cows. If you guys remember, about a month and a half ago, we went with side-by-side to help the son-in-law and daughter find their heifers that were missing. Well, they found them. There's also some cows out there that were on crop share. And now we gotta get the calves off those and get those heifers that were missing. Anyway, I'll bring you guys back later. Well, we made it out here. So of this group of cows, 4 of the calves are Dustin and Sabrina's, just for looking after the cows. That's what they're getting. Now we got to go and see if we can find their yearling heifers from a different spot. Catch you guys later. Alrighty. So, we got 4. We got 4 calves. And we're gonna have to come back next week for the other yearlings. So, whatever. But this time, we've got the First Nations Reserve Police involved. And they've been in contact of where the cattle are. As of today, they've seen them. And where they're located, the person that lives there has agreed to have them sorted off of the other animals that are there and ready to have them loaded for Thursday noon of next week. So let's see what happens, right? Anywho, it's a start. It's a start. Fun, fun, fun. Let's get her done. We'll catch you guys later. How's she going, guys and gals? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages, shapes and sizes. You got yourselves BP and the coon shit spreader that doesn't spread the way BP wants it to. But we're doing research on how to fix that problem, and when we go to fix it, I'll bring you all along. Right now we need to get Corral 2 cleaned out. So I got in there this morning and I did some pushing, piling a little bit. And Corral 2 is a son of a bitch because there's a lot of rock in Corral 2. Ugly rock, so you don't want to get going too deep It's also got a lot of clay in it, so it holds the water. And it's a bugger because that clay gets wet and soft, and you're freaking sinking. You get a little bit of material in your bucket, you think you're level, and all of a sudden she tilts down just a little bit and you're digging a fucking hole. And so yeah, it's a bugger to clean Corral too, but we're doing the best we can, and we'll try and get some of it hauled out. If not, we'll get majority of it all hauled out today, unless we get shut down by rain. So, or who knows what. Anything can happen. Like yesterday we started hauling shit and then we get called out to go help the daughter and son-in-law. So anyways, we're back at her. This is like day 3 or 4 of Corral cleaning. Political promises that never panned out are getting hauled out. How's that sound? Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. We're gonna keep on going here with hauling some turds. We'll catch y'all later.
Out of my community and said, would constantly tell me, just stick it out, Jordan. At 14 years old, I didn't quite understand why he kept pushing me. But looking back, he knew that
see how it's spreading? Leaves that heavier spot right in the middle. That's what I don't like about this friggin' machine. And it's all due to the fact of the beaters being wore out. In my estimation, that's what's wrong. So I've thought of chain, putting like a heavy 1/2 inch or 5/8 logging chain on it, welding those on to fling the shit out better, make a nicer spread. And then I was talking to a buddy of mine that he knows somebody that has like 3 of these machines, and all they do is get like a 1x2 inch square bar, and they weld that on. As they get wore down, they just weld new ones on. So yeah. And over there we've got, I'm gonna guess that's a goddamn friggin' hunter. Can't really see him, it's raining, it's getting tacky. There he goes, he's going into there. So you must have permission to hunt in the bush over there. So he's gonna go park his truck and go for a walk. Moose season started today. Draw moose. But it might not be the perfect, nicest spread pattern, but it is spreading. Better than having big ugly piles out in the field. So the little bit of a strip that is left out there, I can very easily work that in with the disc. Anyway, let's get some more before it gets too wet and sloppy. Talk to y'all later. Alrighty guys, well, we got the shelter all cleaned out, and it's piled right there. And all of the manure from in the corral was already hauled out. And now I'm told we're going to the city, and the Bobby Cat has to go with. We got a couple little jobs that we need to do in the city at Tristan's house, so anywho, let's go get her done. Catch you later. DP really wants to get going. She got the big old Dodge hooked up to the dump trailer. The ramp's out. She's ready to rock and roll. Oh, look at that. Chained up. Cable on. Breakaway cable's not on. Oh, it's broken. That's why. Oh, well, whatever. Locked in, lights. Look at you go. You need to widen the other side. A little more. Yeah, a little more. There we go. Let's get her loaded. This big old piece of shit camper. It's not even old. It's only a year old. But it's a hunk of junk. Something about the back wall has to be replaced. They found a crack in it. And something with the front wall. It got chipped or dinged or some goddamn thing. I don't know. Or it's cracking also. Somewhere in this area, it's freaking got a crack in it. I ain't gonna bother looking, but leave it to Four Seasons and Passport. It's a piece of shit. Look at this, 1 year. It's all, the weather stripping is all separating. It's friggin', that's a joke. It took 9 years before I started to see anything like this on our camper. Want to roll in the leaves? Is that kind of like rolling in the hay? So what are we doing? Well, my two older sisters and my mother did the CIBC Walk for the Cure breast cancer today, and then they asked us to come in and have brunch with them. And since we were coming in, we brought the dump trailer and loaded it with all the garbage from Tristan's backyard, and there's still more. He's throwing it out the window because he's been renovating the house. Yesterday we were in here with the Bobcat because the camper was in the backyard, and the only way to get it out of there to make the corner was with the Bobcat, and take the back fence down, take the gates off. Well, the one gate swings all the way open, the other gate you gotta take it off and take a section of the fence out. Hell, with my truck, with the long wheelbase on my truck and that dump trailer, I can't even back that son of a bitch into there through the gates. We have to take the fence out because it's just too tight a corner. Anyway, we got it. We got the camper out. So, and now, is that the last of the carpet? Yeah. So that's the last of the carpet. What else have you got for junk to go in here?
I think that's it.
You're thinking that's it? This is load number 2. 2 or 3? 2. No, because I know you're gonna say, stay for another 20 minutes, I'll load you up with leaves.
I was already doing that.
See? Now I gotta fill it up with leaves. The whole BCP Farm and Truck and Ranch has become a freaking garbage dump for his sons. Oh wait, you know what? At one time I think some of your garbage was at our place too, Gary.
I think it was. That might be some more.
Exactly.
Take the other tree out, it's going somewhere.
Yeah. The other tree has to come home yet. Anywho, that's what's been going on. No shit corral cleaning.
No. Cows don't poop.
Cows don't poop?
Yeah.
Say that to the 65 loads I've hauled out so far.
Or to the environmentalists who figure that they're causing all the...
I just lay it on the side.
All the problems.
Problem with the
Environment and gas, yeah. Yeah. And then environmentalists are the ones, they create more environmental hazards than my cows.
Well, sure, they fly all over the place with jets.
Exactly.
That doesn't use a lot of
exactly.
fuel and put carbons in the air. cut all these trees down for how to do this.
Well, I'll say you do have a few in the yard here, but
I think these are cities, don't you?
Yes, they would be. But they don't clean them up.
No.
That's your job.
They shouldn't be.
We don't have as many trees as
you think the city will allow you to chop them down? Oh, come on. Just do it anyway. They'd never notice anyways.
That's not going on broadcast.
Someone on the street probably works for the city.
I'll just come in with a chainsaw and I'll do it. I'll say, I didn't know. I just thought I was helping my son
I
out.
can believe that, yeah.
The sidewalk is the friggin' property line.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? The trees, if they're the cities, the trees are on your property line, Trish. If your fence is the property line, the trees are inside the fence line.
Yeah, if the fence is mine.
Anyway, we'll catch you guys later. I want to sit back and drink a coffee and watch these guys load leaves into my trailer, since I'm the one that has to deal with them when I get home.
He's working as usual.
Alrighty guys, well, we're back home. So as you can see, Corral 1's completely done. And I'm pretty sure I kind of sort of showed you Corral 2 the other day. The outside of the corral was completely cleaned right out. And then I went and I cleaned the inside of the shelter and ended up with almost as much manure from under the shelter as what was outside of the corral. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but she's thundering. No lightning, just thunder. We did have a shot of rain last night and yesterday afternoon, as you saw in the video. We had a little rain yesterday, but and then we had another shot last night. Our calving corral is completely cleaned right out. Looks good. Our windbreak corral, which is out there where all the corral panels are, it's half done. And right here, the front barn corral, I just got this little bucket load. That's from spillover from when I was cleaning Corral 1 and the calving corral out. I'll pick it up when we're done everything. So now that we're back home, I'm gonna try getting a couple more loads out of here, at least until dark time. Try and get that Corral 2 cleaned out a little more. Me cows are trying to tell me that they want a fresh bale, but their feeder still has hay in the core, or the bottom, I should say. The bottom skirt still has hay in it. So, and it's not like she's ailing any. The horses are locked in Corral 3. And they got water in there. I still have yet to pick up the metal cladding to finish the roof off over here, but that'll come in time, all in time, guys, all in time. Now that I'm gonna go back to cleaning corrals, it didn't rain all day, it was supposed to. You watch, now I'll get rained out with my luck. But anyway, let's get this puppy turned around, lined up, loaded up, and get to hauling shit out of here again. We'll talk to you later. Alrighty guys. Well, there's only maybe 3 loads left in that corral. We've covered quite a bit of ground. We'll see how much it rains here tonight. And tomorrow I might end up back in the city to pick up some steel to try and do some patching on these beaters of mine so I get a nicer spread. But it's all based on how much rain we end up with. If we don't get a huge amount of rain, then I'm not going to be going to the city. I'll stick with cleaning, with hauling more stuff out, and we are going to be disking this ground down this year regardless. So I'll be working all of that manure that we're spreading in at home here, I'll be working it all in this year regardless. But it would be nice if we had a nicer spread on this stuff. But for now, let's keep on trucking. Let's get as much done as we possibly can, right? Because, geez, I'm trying to think. I don't think I've had a full day of corral cleaning, shit hauling since we started this year. We've been getting called away for family stuff every day that I've come out to do some corral cleaning. So, time to put the hammer down. It's October 1, right? Before we know it, there'll be snow on the ground. Let's get her done. We'll catch y'all later. Alrighty, guys. Well, this one's done. We just gotta, around the water bowl, I gotta bring some clay in. It's gonna take a few bucket loads, build that back up because it eroded away over the last couple of years, and slope it down into the bottom. If I get time, maybe even get clay, more clay brought in through the bottom here. And then if you look close in that manure board, that back wall, see how that 2x8 is? Well, it's all on the outside of the posts. And it really sucks when you're trying to clean in the shelter, because you're always pushing the boards out. So this winter, what I'm hoping, if the prices are good on calves, to buy a couple $1,000s worth of friggin' 2x8 and put a manure board on the inside, kind of like what we did out there last winter or back in the spring. Do the same thing, but all the way on the inside of these corrals, of this one and that one over there, corral 1 and corral 2, and finish corral 3. But corral 2 is done. You just gotta haul. That's a monster load. She's loaded right to the hilt. I'll have to take my time getting to the field with this one. But give us the old thumbs up, comment, subscribe. Fun, fun, fun. Let's get her done. We'll catch y'all later.